Is Muck winning? I was until he summoned this thing. I don't think I can heal through what this thing is going to do to me. He summoned this guy, and it doesn't have a summon duration. It's just going to be on the battlefield doing a lot of damage.
I love how his like, hold on, I'm backing up, getting a running start. Booyah!
Yeah, I wish I had never had that hero go for his lord and just kept using it to hold the right flank. That ended up being not good.
Do you think he would have been able to hold the right flank till now, or would he just got swarmed and murdered by leech guards?
If he had not wasted the turns he's been just dinking around on the bridge, he could have possibly gotten down another permanent unit on the right hand side. Like he was doing noticeable damage to them until I tried sending him over there to hurt the Lord, but that was a decision I regret.
Well, if you feel like that this fight is, you know, going poorly, you could consider falling back and gaining some units back, at least from your main stack.
He is level 3 renown, so it's like what if it says 50% less chance of units dying when retreating.
So what's the original
default
chance?
What is I think the default is 50%, so if it's like half of that, it goes down to what, a quarter of a chance that you die? 25%? I'm not sure how it, I honestly don't know that mechanic.
Well, can you
Look it up.
scale more units or no? Because if you can, then it's absolutely worth doing.
Looking.
Like, there's one.
So on the far leftern flank, there's a Phantasm Warrior that I could take down.
There's a Liege Guard that's very low.
Yeah, there's a Liege Guard by the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant's not getting out of there. He's slow. There's no way he'd make it running. So if I tried to retreat, I would have my hero on the dragon fly to the enemy retreat zone, because that's closer for him. And then I could have my other units try to run for the exit. Now, if they survive the retreat, aren't they like off the map for a few turns, then they appear at my capital or something?
Yes.
I don't understand the combat system, but seeing 3 healing units surrounded by enemies, you're in bad positioning. Yeah. Well, my giant was in front of them, but then he summoned this little guy, and this little guy could kill my giant,
like
and so I had to teleport him
yes,
backward.
your guys will like they'll be gone, and then they will reappear at a friendly city, like the nearest. I don't know if it's your capital or if it's the nearest city, but they'll go to a city, and if he decides to keep pushing into your territory after this, it would definitely be in your best interest to have as
Keep the
many
group
of these
alive.
units
I'll be
still
right
alive
back.
as
I'm gonna
possible.
stand in the fire just so you don't get bored.
So,
does it roll the dice for each one? For each unit that retreats, does it roll a dice, or is it just like a coin flip for the whole batch?
I believe it's per unit.
Okay.
I also don't know what because you're a rank 3 renown, it says minus 50% chance of death on retreat, but I don't know what that's minus 50% of. I think the base chance is 50-50. So if it says minus 50%, does that mean 25% of your units will die? I don't know how the mechanic works.
I don't think the percentile of success is important. You just have to decide whether you can do more damage before you lose your entire army. And if you're going to lose your entire army, you might as well roll that die.
Yeah, I
some
agree with you. I
saving
think you're
some-
right. So I'm looking at what I got, and I think the beast squad on the left side, Sabretooth, Bear, Wolf, I think they might be able to make it. The giant, because of that last demon step, he is closer to the exit. He might be able to make it. The Slither on the right has got a lot of. I think he might be legend. No, he's not legend, but he was a hard hitter. He could probably make it. And then the flying hero might be able to make it to the enemy's retreat point. I think the healers, the crossbow, well, I say crossbowman, you know, the little archer guy, and the fire giant, I don't think they're making it out. But yeah, I agree with you. The logic is sound. I think I'm going to try to do that on the next turn.
Now, I don't know if you want to do it manually, but if you press surrender, all your units automatically try to retreat.
I'll do it manually. I'll try to run. Like, if it was like Total War and pressing surrender just did a pop-up for Bombjus and then he just hit OK, then I would hit the button. But since it just makes them, like, run in a stupid way, I'd rather do it myself.
Yeah, I once hit the retreat button and my hero retreated into a nearby enemy. So it can do dumb things with the pathing sometimes.
Yeah, once I get 2 more skill points on my giant, his combat potential is going to go, like, take another drastic jump up, because he'll be able to do a large AoE heal every turn.
So what's the plan for post-fight?
Well, let's say whether I successfully retreat or not, my cities are going to be wide open to him after this fight. So I think it's worth discussing if you want to abandon them and hit something else, or if you wish to come over and try to hold them.
I have obviously my giant is over there, ready to march on Katie's city to try and force their way through Bombjus, but I do have a second army that is relatively strong and is also entirely comprised of flying units, so it moves very fast. I can get that to your cities before Bombjus's armies can get there.
Okay. I do have 4 teleporters, and one of them is at the southern tip, which is closest to him, and then there's 3 that are a little further in, and 1 all the way at the back. So make sure that you exit out the one that you want to.
Gotcha.
Did you manage to burn his teleporter and his outpost, or no?
No, he stopped me multiple turns in a row. The outpost is capturing, but when he wins this fight, he's going to stop that.
Which means he's going to have reinforcements popping up here.
So if we go defend your lands, his main stack can literally just go to your lands.
If his main stack goes there, then we march on Katie.
Yeah, if we just play around.
So we're gonna be trading Muck for Katie?
No, we would still try to defend Muck. We just would have, like, we've got like what, 7 armies at Katie's city?
Yeah, I have 3 champion units, so just let me know where you guys were planning, then I can divide them up.
Yeah, we don't send everything to defend Muck. We send like an army each, and then the rest continue marching on Katie. You know, we send as much as we have to stop Bombjus.
Yeah.
Also, this is maybe the longest battle we've seen in any of our campaigns so far.
I feel like I owe the
armies,
audience
yeah.
an apology for that.
No, I don't.
wondering.
I'm not.
Okay. Hello?
No. Hi. Yes.
Hi, forces of evil here represent. What the hell? Why are there? Oh,
What's up,
sorry. No, I
Katie?
had it. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Hi. So how's this riveting battle? I thought I'd just come check in with you guys.
I am.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, he's about to see it. I'm about to retreat. I think he's got me, so
Oh.
I am about to take what I can and run.
Oh, you're
Okay.
dipping.
I don't have much of a choice.
You got
Alan?
in here right as I just finished saying that I think this is the longest fight we've had in any of these campaigns so far.
It's
this
crazy.
This one went the distance. It's because they're both running armies that continuously summon and heal more units, like a lot of staying power and not a whole lot of damage. So they're both just kind of like, you know, their blows are
Coaxing.
glancing off each other while they just continue healing and summoning more.
I honestly thought I had a chance. Like, I knew it was uphill, but I thought I had a chance until he, what is it? What is it called? Until
Warbreed.
he summoned the permanent Warbreed. And then I was like, okay, that thing can... It's like he summoned a Fairlight Giant. It's like that thing can kill one of my dudes every turn. I can't sustain through that, so he will win.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's going to get hit by every attack of opportunity.
Okay, well, you know, that's, anyways, okay, well, good fight then, guys. GG's. All right, great.
Yeah, you can go back and tell. Awkward.
They left. Did they leave?
The giant is
She left-
surrounded and
she
can't
left.
even walk out. The final slam. 20 damage. What is this unit? Primal Darter. I'm really sad about losing the Spirit Wolf because since I didn't win the battle, I don't think I get it back. That was the one that you get from the skill tree in the life section.
Yeah, that thing was strong. I was actually about to ask you where it comes from.
I almost always pick it. I'm such a fan of it. It's on the life tree, as I said, on the top side of it. And when you buy it, it just spawns at your capital city. And it's a tier 3 unit that you can get pretty early, join it in your army, and every time you win, you don't have to worry about it dying. So it's good for manual and auto both.
One of these days for a campaign, I would like to play with Pantheon powers enabled.
What is that?
When you beat the game, or like when you beat a map, rather, your ruler ascends and joins your Pantheon, and when you ascend, it'll offer you like a selection of perks that you can add to that character for their future runs.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I've got a handful of stuff on that tree on mine. That's how I unlocked, what was it, like the Perfectionists and a few other things.
Not quite the same thing. You're looking at the Pantheon unlock menus. I'm talking about ascension traits,
Oh, okay.
which is like it's a perk on your hero that you get only after that hero wins a map. Like they have to win a match. And then they get like a permanent perk unlock that you can use if you decide to play them again in the future. And the perk you can unlock is based on which tomes you've used.
I also think your leader, whatever tomes and racial upgrades you had in your previous game, also stay on your leader.
Yeah, racial transformations and such. But yeah, the campaign we did before this, after I won, we had my giant got an ascension trait. You know the clay soldiers, right? The tier 3 clay golems from the Dungeoneering tome?
Yes.
At the start of every battle, he summons one that stays for the duration of the fight. So it's just having a fresh new tier 3 summon every single fight is pretty strong. Would make clearing early game mobs much easier.
At this point, Hey, why don't we go up to the other channel? Because we don't need to be separate now.
Sure.
Hey, Bombjes, good fight. Good fight.
Jeez.
At this point, I'm just trying to see if I can get my hero away.
I think he gets away. If it wasn't on a flying mount, maybe he'd live. Or I mean, sorry, maybe he'd die. But he is on a flying mount, so he's fine.
Fun fact about that: his flying mount is a golden wyvern mount I took from you guys in the battle underground.
Fun fact: I gave Katie that golden river mount.
Oh man, this thing has been passed around.
When's my turn?
Used.
Dude, I knew this was an uphill battle. I did not mean to get into this fight, but then I was like, oh shoot, he's gonna catch me, I gotta commit. So I committed, and then I was like, after like 5 turns, I was like, I think I have a chance here. I'm sustaining pretty well, and I'm slowly killing off some of his permanent units. And then you summoned that freaking Warbreed. And I was just like, oh god, it's like he summoned a Fairlight Giant. This thing's gonna kill a dude every turn. I can't do anything.
I was dooming pretty hard. I won't lie to you, but I think the main thing is my guys managed I managed to keep enough stuff alive until the combat summon spam stopped.
What's important is Bomb just never gave up. And he was very confident the entire fight.
Oh, I will tell you, like, I always felt like I was the underdog, but I felt like a growing feeling of, like, I have a chance until that Warbreed came out. And I was like, this motherfucker, he had that in the back pocket this whole time? Like, he dangled a carrot in front of my face.
Well,
Wow, family-friendly stream.
I said mucker.
That and in Bomb's defense, you can't actually summon the Warbreed till this unit is like what, less than a quarter health or however that.
No,
works?
I can kill the unit to summon the Warbreed whenever I want.
Oh, okay, but it's stupid to kill your own full health unit.
What,
You let it
what's
take
stupid,
a few hits first.
What, in my opinion, what's stupid is that I transform my unit into a Warbreed, but it keeps all the negative status effects that it has. So like the heal that it would get from transforming into a Warbreed is negated by decay. So I had to choose a unit that wasn't decaying. And let me tell you, Cleansing Rain is next on my list of things to research.
Dude, I've never fought because I've only done AI, played this game versus AI before this multiplayer game with you guys. I've never fought an enemy that had this many enchants stacked. That was a little stupid. Is that like every time it was one more thing. I'm like, what the hell is grace? They tell me what grace is. I'm like, oh my god, this happens every turn. Like, yeah. And then you do laser disco all over the place. I'm like, what is that? And they're like, he's transferring damage everywhere and it's reducing the damage. I'm like, so I can't hit his leader. They're like, no. And I'm like, great, okay. And then your guys hit me with like a kung fu punch, and I'm like, why am I stunned? And they're like, oh, he's got a Monkey King enchant. When did he get a Monkey King enchant? I'm like, okay, and then it's just...
on the flip side, my tier 3 units have 9 status resistance, and you got way too many lucky freezes. I was a bit mad. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, at one point, Fairlight was like, oh, hey, his tier 1 units have more health than my giant. And I'm like, oh, great.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I did in fact notice that his basic infantry unit, not his tier 1, it was the tier 3, it was the Leech Guards, but they have more health than Paxaram. I was like, that's mildly concerning. It's a bit of a problem, you might say.
Hang on, I'll be right back. One sec, chat. Telling the boy goodnight. Okay, back. Are the VODs of those campaigns saved? And we'd love to watch them. The two full campaigns of this game that I have done
you know what's funny, Muck, is I would have had that Warbreed sooner. There was that defender on the right flank, and if he had just barely survived that turn, I could have fucking Warbreeded him. And honestly, I should have done it a turn earlier, but I thought he was a tier 3 Liege Guard, and so I wanted to give him a chance to survive the fight. Did not realize he was a tier 1 unit, and I should have just transformed him sooner.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just... Once I understood how you were, like, redirecting and reducing damage all over the place, I just had, like, a little blob on the left and the right, and I was just trying to focus all damage into one target, then the next, and just slowly chew through your units while spamming heals. And It was working okay for a while, and then when the Warbreed spawned and I looked at its stats, I'm like, I gotta go. It's over.
Yeah, the Warbreed,
I also checked to see if it was like a 3-turn combat summon. Like, could I just kite it for a minute? And it was like, no, I'm here for good. And I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, the reason it's here for good is because it kills the unit that transforms. So it's a trade-off. Like I don't keep the Warbreed. It's dead after combat. That's why it lasts forever.
Yeah, Katie, you better keep on running. I see what you're trying
Hey,
to do.
hey, I'm just having a little look around up here. This seems like a nice place for a summer vacation. Why you gotta be so aggressive?
Listen, I'm holding the line, all right?
Hmm.
Let's see. On your regular chat, no, Hexen. I'm gonna put a link in chat. I've got 2 YouTube channels. One of them's called Mukluk Plays, and there's a playlist on that channel for every single like game playthrough that I have done on stream. And there are 2 for Age of Wonders if you would like to see those. One of them was the first one I ever played, and one was when the Dragons DLC came out, and I played that for the first time. All right, so chat, we gotta make some new units. Why is there an infinity symbol on that? Oh, I guess it's already... Thanks for the link. No, thank you for being interested. Alright, so... Animist... Oh my god, it takes so many turns for this town to build anything. Alright, level up draft. And... Animist... Animist... And we're very low on gold. Mint. I love those town names. Chat named him. Chat named it. Bombjus, I don't know if I should have gotten a pop-up. Did you get any items from me? I don't even know.
When I click the well, both the heroes lived, so I don't think that's why I got a pop-up for items.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the rules were on that. Wasn't sure if you could like snag their backpack on the way out or something. That was another thing is when I saw you push forward a little bit, and then I tried to get, because you didn't say clean move, I tried to like jump in and gank you, and then I was like, oh, I've used too much movement and I'm now in a bad spot, and so I quickly grabbed 2 stacks to reinforce my one that I had gotten in a bad spot, and I only had 2 heroes in that fight. Now I know you did too, but I did not successfully grab another stack with a hero.
I think it would have been quite scary.
I don't know if it would have turned the tables, but it certainly would have helped. Chat, he still hasn't noticed that we destroyed the 2 stellies in his base, which lowered his income. I believe there's a... Yeah, there's a stelly over here too. I need to get a scout over here to kill that one. I need to snipe that one. Because he hasn't noticed. Because the Stella, for each tile he has, you see this?
That was a glorious fight. I'm gonna call for Team Good to powwow real quick while we talk about what to do now.
All of this is from the Stella, and it's on all these tiles.
Okay, bye.
Mainly I'm looking over there at north of Ohio. It looks like Bomb just is walking towards us. He's used up. He doesn't really have any more movement, so he can't start the fight this turn. But like next turn, he could fight us. I assume he's gonna want to come.
Just to let you know, I saw him move. He moved within our vision range, and then he started retreating.
Like when he saw how. You think he saw how many units we have?
Yes, he saw because he has no scouts there. He came in close, saw what we have, and he started moving 3 tiles back.
So.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know.
I think we win that fight.
Yeah, I think we win it too. I'm just debating which stacks of ours are going to go in, and does everyone have movement to reach it this turn?
The best stack you have, 1 each.
I only have 1 here, so.
Yeah,
I can get within 3 tiles, not further.
See.
I can be within 3 tiles of the Phoenix, so I'm on the edge.
Okay, well, if we're gonna do this now, let me wind up a spell.
Hold on. Not everyone can reach. Kyo, can you reach within 2 tiles of the Phoenix?
I have one. I have a champion that can reach within within the second tile of it. But the crown person can get within 3 tiles. Can only get within the 3rd tile.
I'm also gonna note that some of my units are injured, but I think I have enough heals to compensate for that.
But the champion unit I have has a Warbreed and a protector, so it doesn't have any healers on it.
Warbreed?
Yeah, it's a Warbreed, protector, and a matriarch.
I can reach him to initiate this turn, so as long as you're both.
Your 13-19 power unit can reach them within 2 tiles.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just not my. It's not the ruler, you know. But I'm gonna put a healer unit on him. Should I put a healer unit on him? But I think if I have the movement speed for it, or the movements.
Just muting them for a second. So at this point, chat, good news. I did successfully get my ruler and my hero out, so he didn't get the kill on them. So I think, 1, I kept all the gear on Chip. He didn't get to take any of it. And Chip, though, I don't get him back for 5 turns. My ruler, it says he was thrown into the void. Now, you can't capture a ruler. Rulers will respawn if they have a city. If they have no city and the ruler's killed, then that's a lose condition. But he beat the ruler, so he's gone for 2 turns, and then he'll come back. So both of them were not killed, and I do get to keep all their gear. Let's see, where's the Weaver? Oh, this is the thing that resets the cooldowns they told me about. Yeah, I did not have that. I did not have that. And then, yeah, this would have made it so different. Conjure Wild Growth now has no cooldown and leaves 1 action point, and then it does AoE heal and regeneration. That would have been huge. If it wasn't for this right here, I would totally go down this skill tree first. But this right here, while leading the army, the whole army heals 15 health per world map turn. This is the sustain when traveling around the map. If it wasn't for that, I would go down this and get the AoE heal every single turn ability. Is there anything else I can do? I'm really sad we lost the Guardian Spirit. I don't think you can get it back. I don't think I can get that back in any way.
Good night,